Welcome to the kitchen. Today we're going to make Irish stew for St. Patrick's Day. Irish stews are usually full of root vegetables, so we're going to use parsnip, carrots, potatoes. I have this beautiful beef bottom round roast, which I got on sale, and I'm just going to cut it up. But of course you could get beef stew that's already pre-cut from your butcher. Celery, beef stock, salt and pepper, and I'm going to garnish it with some beautiful cilantro to bring out that green. So let me get everything mise en place and I'll show you how to make it. Please subscribe so we can bring you more recipes. Thank you. So we want to cut our carrots on the bias like this. Nice large chunks to put into our stew. This is a good size. See that? All of these right here. That large bottom round I sliced into thirds, and then I sliced into strips of threes, and then I'm slicing into these size chunks. Now these chunks are a little bit on the small side because I'm making a large batch for my high schoolers. If you're at home, you might find a bigger piece. But also this is a large recipe, so what I will put in the description is a recipe for a home size batch, which will give you 6 to 8 servings. I have my mise en place ready, and now I'm going to start with 1 tablespoon of olive oil in my saucepan over medium heat, and we are going to brown the ground beef. If you have a lot, you might have to do it in 2 batches. So I'm going to get this in, and with my tongs, I'm going to get this, and we want to brown the sides. So I'm going to let this sit, and then I'm going to keep turning it over and stirring it until it's all brown. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put it, after we've browned it, we're going to put it in a clean bowl. Remember, we don't want to contaminate, so the raw bowl goes in the dishwasher. Now that our beef is sufficiently browned, we're going to take it out and put it in the bowl, set it aside, and then we can start sauteing our onions. No need to clean this because we want the flavor of the meat in there, so I'm just going to add another tablespoon of olive oil, and we're going to saute our onions. Get those in, and we want to get them to a light golden brown, and then we'll add in our carrots, celery, and parsnips. We have a golden brown color, so I'm going to add in our carrots. I'm going to do those first, and then I'll add in the parsnips, and last the celery. The celery doesn't take as long to cook as these other ones, and I do want to get them sauteed. Now I'll add our parsnips, and just for a change and a variety of shapes and sizes, I cut the parsnips into rounds. These have been cooking for a couple of minutes, so now I'm going to add in our celery. Get that all stirred around, and we'll continue to cook it for 2 more minutes. And then we're going to return the beef in here, and we're going to coat it with flour. There we go. Now we're going to add in all of the beef and the juices that have accumulated sitting there cooling off. And then we're going to coat this with our 2 tablespoons of flour, and this flour will act as a thickener. So we're just going to stir this together with our wooden spoon and get everything incorporated. So our flour is coating everything, and now we're going to add in our beef stock. I've got 3 cups of beef stock, and then we're going to add in our potatoes. Now our potatoes are in cold water so that they won't brown. So I'm going to strain these out and then add it in, and we're going to boil this for about 2 hours. Here we go. Strained off all that water. We're going to add our potatoes. If you find you need more broth, please add it, or you can add in a little bit of water, just to make sure that all of your vegetables and meat are submerged in the liquid. So if you need to add another ½ cup of broth, please do so. Our stew has been simmering for 2 hours now, and before I'm gonna add in our pepper and salt, I wanna take a taste of it to see how it is. And so, since this is so hot, I already took a little bit out. And it's so good. We used commercial beef stock in it, so this beef stock had a bit of salt, so I'm not going to be adding too much salt. So I'm going to do a 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of our black pepper. We're going to stir that in. And I also wanted to point out to you, I used white potatoes. Now the white potatoes tend not to break down, so if you notice our broth here is not as thick as most stews. That's because I use the white potatoes. If you use a russet potato, the russet potato breaks down more and will thicken your stew even more. So, but I don't want to keep cooking this any longer. I'm starving. I want to have my lunch. So I'm going to serve myself some of this right now. just before serving, I do want to jazz it up a little bit and sprinkle on some chopped cilantro, but liven it up. Oh, that bright greenness, and give a little more flavor, and a nice little sprig of it right on top. So we have our parsnips, our white potatoes, carrots, celery, and our beef in our beautiful Irish stew. Wonderful for a winter evening or to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, which is this Friday coming up. And what would be even better would be to have a bit of Irish soda bread to dunk into this beautiful broth that I have here. So I hope this inspires you to make it at home. Thank you so much for watching. Please check out all of our videos on our YouTube channel. Take care, everybody. For more recipe demonstrations, please click like and subscribe to Chef Victoria Loves YouTube channel and have fun in the kitchen. Thank you.